Okay, so what's the market is doing? The market, right, is doing like sector rotation, and the market, right, is jumping from tech stocks to old school stocks, and then go back to tech stock, and then go back to the old school stocks. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so again, you can do this by looking at the NYSE. You can look by the ultimate bull. First, you can rank based on the value to find the most popular stocks and the most uptrend. So JP Morgan, Shopify, Visa. Okay, instead of Visa, right, actually my favorite, right, is American Express. American Express is actually much stronger. So of course, you can look at this what we call Visa of, it's also uptrend. But to me, right, American Express is more momentum. This one a bit slow. Okay, Visa is a bit slow. So what you see here, JP Morgan, okay, they start to come up already. Goldman Sachs, they start to move up already. Okay, but of course you see it's still red color. Okay, but actually previously there's a bottom signal. There is a bottom signal over here. Okay, so what's the market is doing? The market, right, is doing like sector rotation, and the market, right, is jumping from tech stocks to old school stocks, and then go back to tech stock, and then go back to the old school stocks. So during this period, when suddenly tech stock crash like crazy, suddenly the bank goes up, and then after that the bank crash like crazy, the tech stock go up. During this period, right, we might need to have different strategy running together. Okay, which means some stocks we buy only when it drop, and then some stocks we buy when it is trending. Okay, so this one, just put that at the back of your mind. Okay, what I mean here is this. So if you have sell away like this JP Morgan already, then if you see a bottom signal, after you sell at the bottom signal, you can buy back this stock with a bottom signal. So what we did is I sold away this Ally Financial recently because it turns red. Okay, it break the purple line, it turns red. But after that, we get back in with the bottom signal. So when you are using the bottom signal, try not to set the stop loss too near. Try to set further, because right, this period, right, the stock is volatile. So when you put too near the stop loss, you get hit very easily and you get kicked out very easily. Okay, so for current market, if you are trying to diversify into different strategy, okay, this is a good mix because the market is having a sector rotation. Sometimes the tech stock very good, sometimes the bank stock very good. So if you always using the trend strategy, right, you will get kicked out, and then after that you get kicked out, the stock rebound. Okay, so in this case, when we have two strategies, trend strategies which catch the big trend, and bottom strategy which catch the bottom, we are more robust, in other words. Okay, more robust. Okay, some people say, okay, there's no smart money. Is there any concern? Okay, when you're catching bottom, no need to have smart money. When you're catching the bottom, right, the low point, right, you are applying a strategy that is not trending. So over here, this like Berkshire Hathaway, this JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. Okay, Morgan Stanley seems to be the strongest among all the banks, right? Morgan Stanley seems to be the strongest. So if you do not really like the big banks, right? COF and Ally, right? These two are the fastest running financial stocks. I mean, based on what I observed, if you got better one, that's good. Okay, based on my observation, based on my observation. So over here, yes, okay, there's some other stocks like Crocs. So Crocs and Limited Brand, they are kind of like retail business. So Crocs sells what? Sells shoes, right? Okay, so Crocs, right, actually surprisingly is doing very well for the past 1 year, even until now. Okay, so these are the one that really strong. Oh yeah, Target is also strong. Yeah, very strong, very strong. Target is their supermarket. Okay, they're like super strong. So basically, usually we will just hold on to it, put the stop loss ride the trend, ride all the way until the trend change. So of course, if you are worried, then you have to learn how to take some profit lah. If you're not worried, then you can ride the trend all the way up. So we are at NYSE. NYSE, you can see that some of them, they are like catching up. So the more quality one starts with a limited brand. And then you can see that for NYSE, right, it's mostly the retail sectors. So you want to have a stocks that is a retail business. So this Buckle, Crocs, limited brand, American Eagles, they are the retail business. Who is the strongest? Limited brand is the strongest. This is the first one that break new high. So besides that, of course, there is other stocks. So let's say this TROW. Actually, I still do not know what this company do lah. But again, this is the one of the strongest stocks. Okay, so for US stocks, right, if you are using this system, right, recently I put up a list under the last one here, NDU US Stronger SP 500. So if you screen for Ultimate Bull, you will have a mix of the NASDAQ and NYSE stocks in this list, which is the strongest stocks. So one of the very, very strong one is Fortinet, FTNT, NVIDIA, all this, they are very, very strong. IDSX, they are very, very strong. So, you've got this kind of trend. That means every day just go up. So from here, okay, so if you want to find the most powerful one, the strongest one, then you will see this limited brand, Generac. So this one, actually, I do not know what is it, but I bought it on my personal account. Surprisingly, it's like quite good. Okay, so surprisingly, so Generac, you just like take a look at it. So and then after that, you got all these like oil stocks, but the oil stocks actually is not that strong. Okay, for the past 3 weeks, so the oil stocks is actually like more volatile, so it's not so steady. Okay, but the rest, like targets, like Zebra, Nvidia, all this, they are the strongest. They are the strongest stocks. So if you are looking at US stocks and you're looking at the really blue chip, you look at market cap. So all these are the popular one: Google, Nvidia, UPS, American Express, Target, Estee Lauder, and surprisingly, HCA is one of the bigger one. And then after that, you got this like Johnson Control, T. Rowe Price Group. So all these, okay, all these, they are the most strongest uptrend that is in our watch list. So let me just talk a little bit more on the US stocks, okay? So for US stocks, right, C Limited is still my favorite. Okay, so there is a group of stocks. This group of stocks, right, is basically those companies that help people to make money online. So e-commerce lah, in short lah, okay? E-commerce related. Example, Shopify, C Limited, Fiverr, Square. So this group, right, they call it the tech stock, of course. Okay, so Shopify, C Limited. Actually, it's not that I don't like. I still like this stock. And this is also like the potential, like, seems like a lot of potential, but I'm not really sure whether how much potential. Okay, so Melly, all this. Apple is very strong. Okay, very strong. It's new high, and if you look at the past, okay, the past performance, right, it can go up quiet uptrend for a long time. It can go up on a quiet uptrend for a few months, for the whole year. It can go up like quiet uptrend. So right now, Apple is on the quiet uptrend, and I do not know when it will change trend. I do not know. So what I do is, if I find that it is like a bit too much already, I take a little bit of profit. I take half profit and I let the other half run. Okay, so if you find that, I buy at a very low price and then it go up and up and up, I make money already, I want to take some profit. I mean, it's nothing wrong because there are so many other shares out there. So based on individual strategy, what is your intention? If your intention is to ride a big trend, then you follow the system, wait until it turn around, then sell. If your intention is to keep the portfolio not so volatile, then you want to take profit, it will reduce the volatility of your portfolio. So it depends on individual preference.